Books and learning might not seem like the most important thing in zombie apocalypse, but when you're trying to kill 10,000 zombies, every little bit helps. So welcome back to Project Zomboid and our strong woman, everybody. Welcome back. Today we're gonna continue with our goal to get the books that we need, and for that we're gonna need to take a ride. But first, let me just go do a quick perimeter check just so I make sure there's no zombies around. There's zombies in the trees down there, just a couple there. I saw a glimpse or two of them out there, but nothing too bad, which means I can just grab the car and we go on an adventure. Actually, I remember that it might be smart to have a sledgehammer with us just in case, so I went back for that. And now we get into the car for real. I definitely do not want to drive all the way to the bookstore because that's gonna just attract unwanted attention. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go a bit further ahead where we went to yesterday, and then I'm gonna leave my car like right over here. That's gonna attract some zombies that future Coco's gonna have to deal with. And I'm just gonna go and follow this tall fence. I do kind of want to clear these ones that are following me, just so, you know, when I come back, they're not gonna be sticking around the car. Just one or two, you know, nothing really bad that we would have to deal with. Okay, actually there's a few more than I thought this was gonna be. But as is tradition, strong woman can easily deal with this until her weapon breaks. Okay, that's the point where she cannot deal with them. You know what? I'm just climbing this. I don't really need to deal with them. At which point, we meet more zombies. Alright. But let's be real, I expect that there's gonna be plenty of zombies over here because we're going to the mall. It's not a full-on mall, but you can see it's pretty large. And there's bound to be a bunch of Zeds over here, which is not a problem. Especially when strong woman gets to wield her trusty crowbar. And now she just gets to kill one group at a time. This pancake house might be closed for zombie apocalypse, but you know what? Strong woman actually got her own pancakes, which is probably the first time that I ever made pancakes in Project Zomboid, but it makes me very proud. There are other shops over here that strong woman might want to check. We could potentially get some food and other useful resources. These guys over here making so much noise, it does not help at all. That's bound to attract more zombies. So let's deal with them, right? Enough with that noise. Be quiet. There you go. All right, this store sells useless stuff. So we're going out. Actually, this mall is way quieter and less populated than I thought it's gonna be. I think it shows that all the madness we've done and all the noise we made before actually pulled a bunch of the zombies from here into the city. And you know what? That's all good. Look at these two fools. One stuck, the other trying to break shit. Ah, we have found the bookstore. It's right here, book naked. Back door's not broken in. Let's see if we can find something. Alright, the place has been looted and I actually found the book that I wanted. We know that we wanted the tailoring level 3 and I actually got the tailoring volume 3. Found some more books. I don't quite remember which ones we already had and which ones we didn't, so it's gonna be pretty decent. Now I'm just gonna go and search around over here. Maybe if you can find something else that's good. A VHS store would be the biggest find, but I don't think there is one here, unfortunately. I wonder if this store might have some VHS tapes, because they have computers and such. Unfortunately, no luck out here, but that's fine. I wanted to deal with this group of zombies because I saw one of them has a shotgun. And a shotgun potentially means more shotgun shells for me. There you go, that's 4 extra shells right there. I don't think the other stores hold any treasures for us, so I'm slowly but surely gonna make it back towards the car. Just killing a couple of hordes as we go. You never know what kind of good loot they can have. Cigarettes was the only good loot on that one, but you know, it's still something. Maybe this group will be different and maybe they'll have something useful. If nothing else, at least I can pad my numbers. Oh, look at that. Vitamins. You love to see it. This group I already see is bringing us a spear, and every weapon can be useful. Especially when it's hard to find any ammo for guns. So put this one to good use. Even though it's a screwdriver, still deals plenty of damage. And we need to level up our spear game a bit as well. Although this one is probably not gonna hold for too long. I guess long enough. It's broken now. So back to the good old crowbar we go. I have a feeling all of these guys over here are kind of guarding my car. Also, if you look at the blood splatters, you can't quite see right now anymore, but before they were actually bouncing away from that fence, which was kind of cool. Let's see if we can do it here. Yeah, you can see them bounce away from the fence, which is awesome. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Looks like they left our car alone quite nicely. Just a couple over here. A couple that are not gonna be a problem to deal with. Oh, it's starting to rain again. Looks like the snow days are gonna go away soon. I mean, it's kind of hard to see the rain when everything is white, but trust me, it is actually raining. I wanted to get into the zippy market as well because there's probably some loot that we can use in here. This is definitely not the safest method of getting in, so unless you're a strong woman, don't do this. Oh, would you look at that? Literature, entertainment, hotties. You know what? I'll take this. Strong woman is starting to get lonely out here. Other than the questionable literature, there wasn't much in there. But we did find some chips. Next thing that I wanted to check out was this beautiful Humvee over there. It was guarded by a couple of zombies. And those couple of zombies are gonna be just enough to get to 7k kills. Look at that, 7,000. You'll love to see it. This is a bit unfortunate because I can't see these people. But I had to open the doors for them. Now let's take a look at how good this bad boy actually is. Battery is unfortunately empty. Gas tank is really low condition and it's also empty. Hood is not very good and of course it's missing some armor and such. But of course this is something we could potentially fix. I even think I have a spare car battery, although its engine is also not the best, huh? I'm gonna add some gasoline, so at least it's got some of that going for it, which is nice. And I think tomorrow we're gonna return with that car battery that I think I do have. Or maybe this car is gonna have one. Although it does seem that this car does have some protectors. The guardians of the car. But strong woman shall slay them all. Until the guardians of the car are no more. Yeah, 2% on that battery remaining. That's not gonna be good enough, unfortunately. Otherwise, pretty decent car. To be honest, it would be smart to learn the ways of the mechanics. So I might actually bring one of the crappier cars back with me and then tear it apart for XP. We all know our car is far from the best. So if we can actually level it up and be able to repair your engine, that would be amazing. Well, we're home and it seems like we also have a couple of guests here once again. And whatever this guy is trying to do. Hello. I was pretty sure I had that extra battery somewhere, but it would seem that that was a lie. I must have left it back at the old place where we lived. I think we're gonna put the hotties over here somewhere. She can enjoy that when she feels very lonely. And now we read the tailoring book. Now that we have the bonus XP for tailoring, I think today is gonna be a tailoring and mechanics day. Also, there's the battery. I remembered now. You know what? I'm actually gonna go for the other car now. We can do a tailoring later. And this isn't even gonna be too long of a walk. And a couple of zombie kills along the way never hurt nobody. Well, besides the zombies that actually get hurt. But we don't really care about them now, do we? I'm also gonna go check this house because we haven't actually checked it yet. And if you can find some books, that would be nice. Actually, I did find a halfway decent book. We got Trapping Volume 2, which we don't have yet. Also, I found fresh steak, soap, and salt. You'll have to see it. There's actually another house nearby that I also haven't searched, so we're gonna check that one as well. Actually, two houses. There's two houses I haven't searched yet. The first one didn't really hold any treasures, but I did find this run flat tire, which I think can be used on the car that we're going for. So I'm gonna actually take it with me. It seems like the second house is defended by quite a lot of zombies as well. Nothing wrong with that, of course. It's just gonna pad our numbers a bit. And who knows what kind of good loot they might have. Well, besides a fresh bell pepper, no treasure in here. Now over here, there's a couple of big residential complexes that of course we could still loot for books and such. But I'm not gonna do that today, I'm just gonna go for the car right now. While of course getting rid of any zombies along the way. And you see, crowds of zombies bringing us new crowbars. I always appreciate their gifts. Looks like our car is not unguarded, but these guardians of the car are not gonna last any longer than the previous ones did. Unfortunately, I did not remember to bring a wrench with me. I could have taken the hood off of this car and installed it on the other one. But I guess we can always return for it if we need to. Now let's bring this beautiful bad boy back home. This is really an appropriate beast of a truck for a strong woman. If we can keep it in a good condition, it's gonna be extremely powerful. I would love to fix it first before we use it too much though. And it can also hold a lot. Look at this, 130 here and then 182 over here where there's a heavy duty tire. Beautiful. You know what actually would be nice? If we turn this area into a garage for our vehicles where we could just easily and nicely do mechanics. Now, unfortunately, we have to be level 6 carpentry to actually make the double wooden door. We have read the book, so we're not that far away to actually get into level 6. We only need one more point. So maybe instead of tailoring and mechanics, I'm actually gonna try to get carpentry to level 6. I think we're just gonna start with disassembling things around here that will be in the way. Just disassembling a couple of things over here got us quite nice skill up already, and we are almost halfway to level 6. Well, that's certainly looking different now. We have a giant hole in our base. I'm sure nothing's gonna go wrong over here. Zombies, you are not being of assistance over here. I'm just trying to move some of my stuff around, okay? And I'm gonna sledge you if you don't think I will. I'm gonna sledge you as well. Okay, there's actually a bunch more over here that I did not expect. I guess everybody wants a piece of this broken house now. Clearly, I was making enough noise to attract them all. Is this truly necessary there, lady? Like, seriously? Truly necessary? I see you in the woods there, buddy. I all want a piece of strong woman. Push it a bit more. There you go. Okay, now we can actually work on that one. And even park this bad boy in here. And then go slay all the zombies that came over here because of the goddamn noises. Now, I realize this is not gonna be the safest place until we actually get those doors on. But it will do just nicely, I think. For some freaking reason, we just have multiples incoming now. These dudes love the cars. I don't even know where they're coming from. If you guys had just been hanging out here in the woods, like seriously, they're just coming through the woods all the time. Really, really, really unnecessary that you do this. Like actually, what the fuck? Where did you come from? Just look at this. There's like 5 just hanging outside of our base. You guys got some wild migrations in your head, huh? They must have smelled that we now have a hole in our base, clearly. Well, zombies, the joke's on you. We're gonna fix that. And if you go to the neighbors over here, we might get to clear some of them out before they make it to my base. Sure, it might not be the safest thing ever, but it should be easy enough still. I mean, that wardrobe alone was over 100 XP. Just this first house was worth more than 500 XP. 2 more traders like that, and we are good. Oh, look at that! Level up carpentry up to level 6 now. Didn't even need to destroy everything. They fit so nicely over here. That's perfect. We got ourselves our garage, my friends. We did it. I also stole a TV from the neighbors because I knew we had just this crappy old TV back here that you cannot put any VHS tapes in. Not that we have any VHS tapes, but you know, maybe in the future we will. Now we can finally start working on mechanics and tear this bad boy apart. It is a slow and boring progress working on a car, but you know what? With slow and boring progress, that's how we become master mechanics. And the more time we fail doing stuff, the more XP we get. Not that strong woman ever actually fails at anything. She's a pro. She might just break a thing or two from time to time. Comes with being so strong, you see. Apparently, to uninstall and install trunk lid, she needs to go all the way in the back. And then she works on it through the wall. Perfect. I think we're gonna have to move the car a bit. Just a tiny bit. Hey, would you look at that? Level 3 mechanics. That's the first level up. You'll love to see it, boys. And that's gonna do for today's mechanics. We got all the XP today that we got off of this car. I like the fact that we easily got our way up to level 3 and then some. And now the next thing we want to work on, finally, is tailoring. We got needle, we got thread, we got plenty of rib sheets, and we're gonna use those. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna start working once again on our big old military poncho and just start farming that tailoring XP. It's definitely not the most fun activity, but each time we do this, we actually get quite a lot of XP per each of these. Hey, there we go. Level 5 tailoring. You'll love to see it. That's another level up. At this point, we are running out of thread though, so we're gonna have to put a pause to this. She's also getting bored and drowsy, and I also hear zombies outside, so we're gonna have to take a look at them. Still, we got plenty of XP today, so really not a bad job. And lady, Please do not come here anymore. I mean, that one is definitely not coming here anymore, but these two might, and that's actually a firefighter. Working on new skills is nice and fine, but I think what we gonna need is to get some more books because, well, eventually we will want to get mechanics to level 6, and for that we need level 3 book. And of course, if you want to continue working on our tailoring, we're gonna also need a next level book. So today I'm gonna go back to that residential area, and I'm gonna see if I can loot it for some good books. Of course, as always, there's a chance there's gonna be nothing there, but I will try to get some good stuff. This right here is the place. Let's go. There's still gonna be a bunch of zombies over here. Of course, we haven't cleared them all out, but that's fine. We're still on our way to the 10k. And while I am working more on some other skills these days, our main goal, of course, is still the 10k kills. Of course, since we killed more than 7,000 zombies already, the question of that 10k is not if, it is when. I might actually be a bit sad to have to stop playing at 10k though, because this is really fun. Having such an overpowered character is just crazy good. But this crazy overpowered character must now go inside. Looks like these guys were just moving in, so I doubt there's gonna be much loot here. But there's certainly plenty of zombies coming downstairs and just chilling in the kitchen and generally being a nuisance just outside of the window, but nothing that a strong woman can't handle. Looting might just have to wait for a second, it seems. Let's see how it's looking upstairs. Well, besides a fresh chicken breast I found up here and a box of nails, the upstairs was unfortunately pretty empty. Downstairs is pretty empty too, but we once again got an invasion from the neighbors. Just a small one this time around though. Although these couple of guys seem very eager to get out. Must be tough being trapped like that. But worry not, strong woman shall save you all. Now we can go back to looting. I have found a book downstairs, but I think it's one of those that I already have. So let's see if I have more luck upstairs. No real luck upstairs either, so we continue our adventure. And before we continue, I wanted to take the hood off of this car because it's really good quality and we can use it to replace the one on our Humvee. And I think I'm also gonna take the hood off of this car, but there might be some zombies to deal with first. But the good thing is they are spread around, so no problem at all for strong woman. There are two bigger groups out here, but they don't scare me. They might not scare me, but it did break my spear. And for that, they shall pay. Let's maybe go outside where I can control you a bit easier. And look at this, Mechanics Volume 3. That is the one that we've been looking for. Oh, this is so amazing. Even if you find nothing else, that made our loot and run worth it. The upstairs was unfortunately pretty empty, although I did get my hands on a propane tank that I might be able to use. Of course, as we enter to a new place, there's gotta be a bunch of zombies around. Let's hope there's also gonna be some useful loot. While fresh pork chop was not something I expected to find or needed to find, it's still gonna be a great piece of loot. I mean, who wouldn't want fresh pork chop 6 months into the apocalypse? I'm sure this lady wouldn't mind it. It is getting late, so I think we're gonna stop our loot and run. We got exactly the book that I wanted to get, and then some extra that I might be able to use. There's still like 2 apartment blocks left that I could loot over here, but I also got a ton of food out of here, so I'm quite content for now. Before I left, I wanted to take the hood off of this bad boy, but you know what? Hood is actually kind of bad. I will see if I can get some windows though. They're nice and green, and you can see the one on our car, only 37%. I would want to replace that. But we can do that back at home, so let's go home. Home sweet home. Now let's get that window replaced. I put in a much better one. That's much better. Nice and green right there. Let's also replace the hood on this car. Right. Okay, we cannot install a heavy duty hood on it. We need the M998 hood actually. So that's gonna be a bit more problematic finding the right hood for this car. But with metalworking, we could actually also repair it. I don't have any extra metal sheets right now, so I'm gonna have to go find them. Tomorrow, we're gonna continue with leveling up our mechanics. We're gonna continue with leveling up our tailoring. And in general, we have a lot of work to do. It's 2 and something in the morning now, so it's time for Strong Woman to go to sleep. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.